Hi friends, welcome back. I am Alexis, the Sanctuary Gardener, and I'm so happy to have you here. Things look a little different since you see me last. Well, when I say a little, I mean a lot. Me and Max bought a home. She's beautiful. This also means there's a whole new sanctuary garden. But the story doesn't start today. It started last month when I really started to dream up what the future garden could look like, the future sanctuary garden could look like. And I want to take you back to my thought processes of that day. And then I will fill you in on where we're at today. Most of all, I am so excited to start this new journey of a whole new sanctuary garden, getting bigger and better and stronger, and sharing that journey with you from scratch, brand new lot, and hopefully a really beautiful garden by the summer. So let's go back to the beginning. There's a moderate amount of work that needs to be done here. You're not updating fences, so I'm sure once I put the garden beds in, this will be better, but there's just a lot of holes, and the neighbors have dogs that get through. So kind of coming through, fortifying the best we can on our side. This is like a highway for bunnies and possums and critters here. Gonna get extra soil to fill that up, or maybe some stones. The person who rented here before apparently trashed the place, specifically outside. I guess it didn't really look that good. We've heard from neighbors and the sellers of the house, and we can kind of tell there's like garbage everywhere. Like just, and this was like, Max collected this, but just chalk, old kids' toys, like clothes. I know she had a dog, but just really rusty stuff. Where does that even come from? I don't, stuff like that we have to find all over the yard and kind of clean up. The sad, really heartbreaking part about the renter that used to live here is the amounts of cigarettes that she smoked and just tossed off the balcony, tossed off the deck, and it's become one with the earth. When I look down at the ground, it's like wood chips. You wouldn't know. If you look really close, it's like covered filters everywhere. And it's just heartbreaking that someone, especially a renter, right here too. Oh, so sad. It's everywhere. So what I think I'm gonna do is come through with a rake and get as much up as this I can. Obviously I want to keep the wood chips, but man, you can just kind of trash the soil here too. And one of my big goals in moving in a house or having any type of property backyard spaces, I want to beautify it. I want to clean it up. I want to love it. I want to love the soil and put good nutrients back into the soil. When you have a garden, flowers, plants, grass, anything, you have to start with good soil. And here the soil is tarnished by trash and rusty tools and just really bizarre, weird things. And then also a bunch of filters and cigarette butts, and it's just that, I don't know, it's just really sad to have a start of the soil with like filters that are just never going to decay from someone who just could not care less about the property that they rented from somebody. It's one thing if you disrespect the home that you own, but to like disrespect a spot that you rented from, just, get a coffee container, do something else. I don't know, it's just disappointing. Something like that also makes me really excited to clean it up and make it look so much better and love it better, and whenever we leave, if we ever leave this house, to sell it better and give people who move in something better. The house deserves it, the land deserves it, the grass, the soil, everything just deserves better. So that is going to be one big check off my list here in the spring. And then another thing we learned about the property is that the person who rented here before pulled out all of the vegetation, all the flowers and the plants and things that were here when she rented here because she was afraid of ants. So it's kind of sad and depressing that all of the beautiful stuff that could have been started here is gone. At the same time, it leaves a really beautiful base of just soil in some parts around the edges. And here I've got really old flower beds, which I think I could totally use. We are going to get a new fence at some point that runs here, because these are my neighbor's fences, and there And then depending on how that goes, we'll see if we end up keeping these beds because they're just so close. We're not sure what we're gonna do. I'm thinking it would be really pretty to do cut a flower garden here. So maybe tons of zinnias, tons of pollinator plants, a lot of like wildflowers that are native to this area. That would be really pretty. Cut the flowers, put them in bouquets, bring the bouquets in, maybe put like, deck chairs here. Sand spot could be a bonfire, I'm not really sure. The project down the line that I can see having to start is I have stones here going in like a wavy path all the way down, and I'm not sure how much is buried here. If there's something under all the soil, it got kind of washed away, but I can tell we're halfway there. So I might have to dig up all of these. I like them. They're beautiful. I like whoever put them there a long time ago, but obviously it wasn't long-term manageable. But I definitely think I want to dig those up and use them maybe over here and make a sweet garden bed thing right there with those stones. Way kind of pay honor to whoever once loved this backyard garden space, because why would you get rid of stones? I would love a whole stone garden if I could, yeah, keep them, pay tribute to who once cared for this property, and make it beautiful again by using the same idea. So right now I'm just kind of in the backyard here, behind the garage, looking at this big space that's one day gonna be my garden, and trying to connect to it, get ideas, get visions, or a picture in my head about what it could look like or what it could be or what would be beautiful. Studying the sun a little bit, but right now the trees are so bare back here, I can't really tell what's going to be shady for sure and what's not. Right now we're getting good sun, but obviously it's the winter, but I think I'm going to get good sun, and so kind of paying attention to that and like where I plant things strategically. I'm also considering chickens. Do I want chickens one day? Can I have chickens here? Should I build a garden and worry about getting chickens one day down the line and make room for them then? Or should I anticipate getting them or leave space for them and build a garden around it, so that way I actually do that dream one day if I leave room for it? I don't know. And none of the beds I make are going to be permanent anyway, so it's just more saving space, time, and cost. If I could buy less beds and less soil to fill those beds, then I wouldn't need them. But connecting with my land and my property, this little piece of earth, and kind of asking it what it wants of me or how I can best take care of it, and asking it to show me what it wants or what would be best here. And I know that no garden is going to be built in a day, in a season, or even a year, but a good, mindful, thought out, well-planned start will benefit me every year because I can build on top of that. If I think too fast or move too fast or make any decisions right now when there's nothing here from the bottom up, it might cause me more pain next year or the next year if I decide I want to change something around because I didn't focus on what I really cared about. And there's still time. It's like mid-February right now, so there's no need to rush or worry. Yeah, it's kind of nice to connect and plan on really making this little piece of earth better for it and for me. Feels like a little lucky blessing that this little space gets to be mine.